Hello, everyone. My name is Leonard Pope, founder of Man Talk, and today we're going to talk about a seed. What is a seed? In the Bible, God oftentimes speak in terms of agricultural terms. Um, the soil went forth to sow seed. As long as the earth remains, there will be seed time and harvest. So, what is a seed? A seed, if I could say it this way, is potential in its purest form. And its purest form and its potential is that it has the ability to reproduce. And the seed will only reproduce after its own kind. Now, every seed has potential. And we don't know what's in a seed until we see the fruit, which is reproduction. So, seeds are so vitally important to understand in that we are the byproduct of a seed. You are a byproduct of your father's seed. So we all understand how that works. So I don't need to say anything more about that. But my point is that seeds, and we don't know what's in a seed until we see the fruit from that seed. And the seed that's planted will grow, whether it is a good seed or a bad seed. If you plant a seed, it will grow. And the danger in that is that oftentimes we give no thought to the words that come from our mouth. But what you don't understand is the words that come from your mouth are actually seeds being sown in people's spirit. And the thing that is greatest is the thing that we give least attention to. And that is the words that we say and how we say them. And sometimes you can say the right thing with the wrong spirit, and what should have been a good seed now has become a bad seed. And that's something that we don't ever want to do consciously. That's why it's vitally important that if you say something out of context, out of character, or even sometimes it's taken the wrong way, out of the way that you actually meant it, then clear it up, make it right. Or if you said something out of anger or hostility, out of the heat of the moment, then you want to make that right. Because one of the greatest tools of the enemy is when someone is going through a valley experience in their life, and those words, those negative seeds, the enemy starts to bring forth to their attention, and people will start to believe that this is how you actually feel about them, when in reality you are just having a emotional moment. That's why it's always be careful. It's always good for you to be careful. Be slow to anger and slow to speak, because you'll be quick to listen and slow to speak. Because oftentimes, if you allow your mouth to get away from you, you can say things out of your emotions as opposed to out of your character. And although the person may seem to be immune to the effects of your word, certainly you cannot pull a word out of someone's spirit. The word has gone into their spirit. That's why it's always good for us to be conscious of how we deal with people and how we handle people. Because your words are seeds. And you want your words to be good seed. Good seeds of affirmations, seeds of confirmation, seeds of that inspire people and lift people and bring them up. If you can do better, then do better. Applaud them for the successes that they've had. Encourage them when they fail. Encourage them to keep going and move on. Because your words can be the very seeds that can cause them to reach their maximum potential. That's why it's always important. So what is a seed? A seed is potential in its purest form. Now, as we continue to go forward, we're going to look at different elements in the seed. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you. Hey, if you like what you hear, respond, jump in the dialogue if you want to hear more, if you agree or disagree. Log in and post a comment, say something, talk to me. If there's something you want to talk about, something specific you want to hear, inbox me and let me know. And certainly, there's no issue that I won't address, especially as it relates to men and the things that we deal with, the things that we are challenged with, and the things that we can. There's things that we can change. There's things that we can't. Things that are on the inside we can change. We can't change society, but we can change our perspective of society. So, you got a question, a concern? Absolutely. I am here to be your sounding board, so to speak. I look forward to seeing you, talking to you again. God bless. Peace.